But we begin with more than a dozen men behind bars facing federal charges as part of a joint operation to crack down on violent offenders in the Houston area. Thank you for joining us. I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm Daniela Guzman. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is live at the downtown federal courthouse with some new details about this big bust. Bryce?
Keith and Daniela, we've learned tonight from the FBI that more than 200 personnel, tactical teams from all across the state, came in and surrounded the homes of these 14 accused criminals, arresting them at 6 o'clock in the morning. For the second time in 2 months, the FBI announcing a group of arrests the special agent in charge of the Houston division says target violent crime.
For every criminal that we take off the streets, that's one less person being victimized.
Early Wednesday morning, FBI tactical teams helped arrest 14 men indicted for federal violations like drug trafficking and unlawful possession of a firearm.
Guns and drugs, they fuel violent crime.
Court records show several of the men have lengthy criminal histories in Harris County.
Well, federal charges usually are longer sentences. It's much harder to be released on bond on the federal side than it is on the state side.
The arrests come after federal and local officials in September announced a surge of law enforcement tools and resources to the Houston area to target gangs.
We're going to use every resource available to make sure that we're dismantling gangs, that we are dismantling criminal networks.
And that's work that won't stop.
And we will keep chipping away at these criminal enterprises and to reduce the crime in the Houston area. That's our job.
And the FBI tells us that it cannot do all of this investigative work without tips from the public. Whether it's big or small, the special agent in charge stressed the importance of sharing that information. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
I've been through these situations multiple times in life. I've been through multiple interrogations. I've been through multiple situations, and it's always going on. It never stops. We always going through something, and I will never tell or fold or my brother in no way, shape, or form. Fuck it, go give me my 30 years, give me my 25. My daughters will see me off of FaceTime off one of these good phones up in here. Get this goddamn mail or however it's gonna go, come see me in visitation, because I chose for my own self to be a part of this situation. You see what I'm saying? And that's real. But your slime snitched and told a whole story. He's a... Oh, they got this shit in HD. They called that boy HD. So, Mr. Sergio, is this a gang in the criminal organization? Yes, criminal organization, and we do crime. Yes. Nigga, this ain't no motherfucking job interview. Somebody fighting for their life. I feel sorry for Jeffrey. I feel sorry for this man. Up until he tell on himself. That's crazy. Nigga ain't finna tell on himself. That's why you telling, because you ain't telling on yourself. You telling on the people that was around you. You a hoe ass nigga, boy. You 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 hoe ass nigga, boy. Somebody go get that nigga discovery. What they call it? What they discovered? This ain't even no fed case, bro. Let's just talk about the real. This ain't even no federal charge, bro. Like on some real nigga shit, bro. You was gonna get about 2 years, bro. 1 year, bro. You fought all the way in. The most they could have gave you is.
Well, as you can see, it's going down. These rappers are online claiming gang, and the indictments are sweeping and the indictments are coming down. So as we can see, a total of 14 men were jailed after being charged with various crimes, including drug trafficking, possession of a Glock switch, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. And y'all know those Glock switches. U.S. Attorney Amar Hamani announced Thursday the following suspects were taken into custody on Wednesday. Anthony Kutchum, 35. Anthony Yazinzo Hopkins, 38. Brian Milson, 32. Hassani Mills, 34. Jalen Pinson, 29. Joshua Rodriguez, 32. Keith Moore, 34. Michael Henry, 32. Miles Smith, 23. Robert Thomas, 29. Sterling Vermont, 26. Titus Baisley, 35. Turi White, 27. According to a news release. FBI Special Agent in charge James Smith told KPRC2 that the FBI tactical teams from around the state came in. More than 200 personnel were spread across the county. They surrounded the homes of the accused criminals and arrested them around 6 a.m. on Wednesday. For every criminal that we take off the streets, that's one less person being victimized, Smith said. A federal grand jury returned the 11-count indictment on December 11 for federal violations including drug trafficking and unlawful possession of a firearm. Guns and drugs, they fuel violent crime, Smith said. According to our records, several of the men have lengthy criminal histories in Harris County. Federal charges are usually longer sentences, Smith said. It's much harder to be released on bond on the federal side other than the state side. According to the DOJ, Vermont was arrested in California and ordered detained pending further criminal proceedings. Also charged is Julian Herrera, 26. He was previously in custody on related charges. He made his appearance Wednesday in court along with the 9 other men. With the exception of Thomas and Rodriguez, the remaining men are charged with possession and intent to deliver meth. They face up to life in prison and could be ordered to pay fines up to $10 million. More face an additional charge of possession with intent to deliver heroin, which carries a maximum of 40 years in prison. The indictment also alleges Thomas unlawfully possessed a firearm, a device made and intended to convert a semi-automatic pistol to fully automatic, a Glock auto switch. If converted, he faces a 10-year possible sentence. Rodriguez is alleged to have been in possession of a firearm, Ruger 5.7 mm. As a convicted felon, he is prohibited by law. He is prohibited from law of such and could be sentenced to a maximum of 10 years if found guilty. Now, you know that all these guys is not going to stand up. Dudes are going to be doing some telling. This is Sauce Walka's crew. He has yet to be named in the indictment, but I know that when you get all these guys in one bag and you start laying down heavy sentences, these guys want to talk. But I keep telling you guys, you want to be part of gangs, you want to be part of crews. The urban criminal is obsolete. They don't need you no more. They have cameras everywhere. Everything is on a grid. We in a new world. The old world crimes is done. They got places for you. They warehousing you. I hope that this is a deterrent for you young guys that want to be part of gangs, because there's more indictments, trust me, coming down. But Sauce Walka has yet to be mentioned in this indictment, but I wouldn't be surprised in the next couple weeks or so he'll be picked up off the street as well. As more of this come out, I'll bring more. Make sure you guys leave a comment in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.